Today's episode of Earth's Mightiest Show is brought to you by the number 4.
Hey, I'm Lorraine.
And I'm Langston.
And this is Earth's Mightiest Show,
where we talk about all of the biggest stuff that you are hardcore fanning about.
This week we're talking Rise of the Black Panther with writer Evan Narcisse.
And our very own Agent M brings you an insider's look at the new mobile game Marvel Strike Force.
But first, social media is buzzing this week with a big drop from Marvel Publishing. The Fantastic Four are back, and they are better than ever.
Yes, here to give us the scoop is our own SVP/executive editor, Tom Brevoort.
Take it away, Tom.
Well, the FF are kind of the cornerstone of the Marvel Universe. Everything that we've done in publishing goes back to Fantastic Four 1. They really are kind of the foundation. And for the couple of years that they haven't been around since Secret Wars, absence has kind of made the heart grow fonder. There's been a real wellspring of interest and support among the fans, so we started seeding the ground for that in the Marvel Legacy one-shot that we did last year, and we've been building up to this moment through the pages of Marvel 2-in-1 that Chip Zdarsky's been writing, and now we're finally at the point where we're able to unify the team again, bring the family back together, and put them back at the center of the Marvel Universe where they belong.
Well, I can't wait to read it. I'm sure Langston can't wait to read it.
I'm so excited.
You guys will have to wait a little bit until later this year, but thank you so much for talking with us, Tom. But that's not the only reason we're celebrating. We are ready to party for Carol Danvers' 50th birthday. That's right, she made her appearance way back in March of 1968.
And with it being Women's History Month, it's the perfect time to honor her legacy, so I wish there was someone that could tell me everything about Carol Danvers.
Oh, well, let me put on my secret identity.
That's the
me
sound
with
that all glasses make, right?
So for those of you who don't know yet, let me tell you a little Carol Danvers history. So Princess Sparklefist, aka Carol Danvers, made her first appearance in Marvel Superheroes number 13 in 1968 as the head of NASA security, before later earning the powers that turned her into Ms. Marvel. Taking the moniker Ms., of course, was a major nod to the women's liberation movement of the 60s and 70s, meaning that Carol has basically been the coolest since forever. Just saying. Danvers would go on to take on alter egos like Warbird, Binary, and of course Captain Marvel, inspiring a whole Carol Corps of fans to follow in her flight path. So to celebrate, hug your ginger cats a little closer and just pray they are not flurkins, because flurkins look like ginger cats but are not. Very dangerous.
Well, cats are very nice, though. Look out for more celebrations of Carol Danvers' 50th anniversary and her awesome legacy from Marvel coming soon.
Yeah, and that's not the only comic book goodness we have on the show this week.
Strap in, because I had a great chat about Rise of the Black Panther with writer Evan Narcisse.
I strapped in.
Welcome, Evan. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the thing on everyone's mind. I think I call it the most important thing happening in the world right now, which is Black Panther.
Yeah.
How does it feel? You're kind of at the epicenter. What's that been like?
It's been very surreal. That's the word I've been using over and over, talking with friends and family about it. It's wild to be writing a comic book featuring T'Challa.
Speaking of, you are working on the Rise of the Black Panther.
That's right.
Comic, which is fantastic.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Yeah.
And it is the origin story of T'Challa,
Right.
which is awesome. What about that
Well, it's
story?
kind of an origin story.
Yeah.
But I'm really trying to show T'Challa's first year as king. He's just ascended to the throne. He decides that Wakanda cannot be hidden in the world anymore. They need to be a part of global affairs, and it means revealing their existence to the outside world. And that causes internal tensions in Wakanda and external threats. So that's the bulk of the series is going to be dealing with making that decision and the repercussions of that decision.
Yeah, you work on the series not alone. You're also working with Ta-Nehisi Coates.
That's right.
Who's been incredible for Black Panther.
The main Black Panther run is I think, one of the best runs T'Challa's ever
easy,
had.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What was that process like, that collaborative process?
So, it's funny, Ta-Nehisi and I are friends. We've known each other for a long time. Early on, when I was developing the plot for the series, I ran everything by him, see if he thought, anything was out of character or possibilities that I hadn't thought about. The actual scripting work is all me. I'm doing the writing and the plotting. And he's there if I need to bounce something off of him, which is great. Like sometimes you're writing a comic book, it's my first time, but comic books creators don't always talk to each other, right? Sometimes they'll be doing something that contradicts something that somebody else is doing. With having Ta-Nehisi as a consultant, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
At least it better not.
Oh, it better not. Now, talking about the first issue. The first issue is told from the perspective of T'Challa's mother.
That's right.
Which is fascinating. So what was the impetus behind picking that perspective to tell that first chapter?
Well, Inyami is a character that, in a way fits a very classic superhero comic book mold, right? It's the parent who dies. You never see them. It adds tragedy and pathos to the character's kind of psychological background. But I'm like, she existed, right? We know that Ramonda is not T'Challa's mother. So that's an established piece of lore, but we've never met Inyami. So one of the things I want to do with this issue is to flesh her out as a character. And I want to use her to talk about the kind of social stratifications of Wakanda, right? She's a native Wakandan, but she's not somebody who's like in the royal court like T'Chaka. So I wanted to make her a scientist because I wanted T'Challa's scientific aptitude to come from somebody in this family, and it hasn't been T'Chaka because every time we've seen T'Chaka, it's been as a warrior and a leader, not necessarily as somebody in a lab with a lab coat on. So I want to flesh out Inyami in those ways.
Yeah, well, the book is amazing, and all the different aspects of Wakanda that are coming together are going to make for an incredible series. Do you have time to stick around and play some Wakanda trivia with us?
Do your worst.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to play a game with Evan, and it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Rise of the Black Panther is excellent.
It's a really, really good book. They have so many additions to the Wakandan mythology, and seeing T'Chaka in action is awesome. It is.
And his mother, Naomi, that you don't get to see very much.
The action, delicious Wakandan treats.
But if that's not enough Black Panther in your life, you've got to try out his character in Marvel Strike Force.
The new mobile game just dropped. I haven't even gotten the chance to play it yet, but our very own Ryan Panagos, aka Marvel's Agent M, has been.
And he's here to give us the skinny on Marvel Strike Force and a look at his favorite team. Take it away, Ryan.
Yeah, so I've been playing Marvel Strike Force a ton because I kind of got early access, whatever, it's how I roll. But I'm level 41 now because I've been playing it for a little while. Don't worry, you guys will catch up super quick. This game is super fun. It's a 5-on-5 strategy role-playing game. Cool story, obviously, because it is a Marvel game. You've got multiple worlds. You've got this big villain, Ultimus, who was a weird nobody until Marvel Games pulled him up and made him into this crazy big villain for this game. And your goal is to try to stop Ultimus from taking over your universe. So you have to go out and you have to beat the crap out of the villains nonstop, and it's super fun. But you guys, I'm sure you want to see what I'm rolling with. So I've got 25 characters at this point. It's still another like 40 characters or so that I do not have. Right now my main squad is Jessica Jones, Rocket Raccoon, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, and the Punisher. I've got all my squad, I've got my characters. I figured I'd show you guys a really cool heroes fight. I gotta remove Hawkeye, put in a little Jessica Jones. That's my top tier team right there. You get a little cutscene before every match, and you see Star-Lord, Groot. We're facing a little bit of the Guardians here. I play a little bit fast, but now I'm going to go normal speed here so you can see a little bit of what this looks like. Drax right there has his taunt up, so which means I have to go against him, only him right away, but Spider-Man can attack a bunch of different characters. You can see the gameplay actually is cinematic. The camera moves around, it shows you different things. When you guys start playing, make sure you have a good healer, you have a good protector, and lots of fun characters. You're going to get so many, you're not going to know what to do with them, but it's great. You guys are going to love Marvel Strike Force. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play.
Okay, so I'm legit downloading it now because of what Ryan just said. That game is great.
Okay, you can play that game, but wait until we play this game with Evan Narcisse. Evan, thank you for joining us for a game. We are going to play a rousing edition of Real or Fake Wakanda Tech Edition just for you.
Okay.
Because you are our resident expert right now.
I am.
You guys are going to use these beautiful bells to ring in.
Not made in Wakanda.
No.
Not made in Wakanda. These are regular bells, 0 vibranium.
The note would go on forever if it was vibranium, right?
The opposite. We want to hear them at
Opposite,
all.
Oh, because it would absorb it.
Uh-oh.
I'm already at a disadvantage.
Uh-oh.
You're going to lose.
Okay, here we go. First up, Gyro Cruiser. Gyro Cruiser. Oh. A little trouble on the dismount, but that one went to Langston.
Real?
That is real from Fantastic Four 54. It looks like a big hamster wheel, basically. Great. The next one is Panther Cycle
Real.
That is real. Really real.
Yeah,
I
Point
blink.
to Evan.
I gave T'Chaka a precursor to the Panther cycle. So yeah,
All right. Panther shoot.
fake.
That is indeed fake. And I'm going to say, if you can give me what it would be, even though you got it right, I'll give you a point.
No, I'll do you one better. The reason T'Challa doesn't need a Panther shoot is because the soles of his boots absorb impact because they're made out of vibranium.
Oh, snap. Okay, that definitely.
He wasn't lying when he
That's
said
an
I was
extra
going to lose.
All right. This one's really hard, you guys. Are you ready? A panther.
That is real.
So fake. That is so super
I
duper
really
fake.
wanted to be real because I was like, what could it be? What?
But you have a chance to like regain some of your ego.
A panther. I will say that T'Challa has, of course, a couple of panthers that he, I would hope, uses, and those panthers in turn have panthers that they hang out with because
So they're panthers.
They're the panthers. Yeah.
Yo, that's my Panther.
Exactly. Yeah.
If they're called That's My Panther, yes, you get a point.
Hey.
All right. Next up, Dagger, the Quinjet. Yes.
Real.
That is real. That is from Doom War number 5. It belongs to the Dora Milaje.
That's right.
This one also extremely hard, so get ready. Kimyo beads.
I believe it's Kimoyo beads, and yes,
Oh snap! I got schooled.
they're real. They're real.
They are real. They
They're
are.
a bracelet that each Wakandan is issued at birth, and there's specific beads that can be used for specific functions, and beads that can be added depending on what you specialize in. Created by Brian Stelfreeze.
I think he's right.
Yeah, that was. Yep, that was correct. I don't know that I have to consult the judges, but I'm thinking that it's clearly Evan.
Sorry.
No, it makes sense.
Evan, thank you so much for joining us. I just want to say that you did win a prize. You get a rousing, amazing, wonderful vacation to Wakanda, a fictional place that lives only in your minds.
Ooh, I lost that game.
Oh yeah, you did.
Out loud.
But you know what? He does write about Wakanda. That's like his whole thing. So
That's also
obviously
true.
he should do the best.
Well, yo, Black Panther has panthers.
Okay, bud. Tell us what you guys thought of today's show and what you want to hear us talk about on the next show on social media with the hashtag Earth's Mightiest Show.
We will see you next time.
I'm Lorraine.
And I'm Langston.
And this is Marvel.
Your universe.
Thanks for watching Earth's Mightiest Show. If you like this, please like this and subscribe to the Marvel channel.
Or click that box over there to watch our last episode. Why are you going to put me in a game with the person who writes Black Panther? I look like a fool. All the time.